Okay, so now let's take a look at how the answers came out, and you can check your own book. So if you take a look at the top here, if you added all of your songs and then divided it by 6, you should have 42 songs. On average per week would be 7 here. Make sure you labeled your answer there. Okay, moving down to number 3. On the number line below, draw an arrow that points to the average. Plot the number of songs downloaded on the number line. When they say plot it, they want the dots on the line, like these. Here's my arrow because we said 7 was our average. Here's our 7 up here. This question number 4, how far below the average is 1? Well, if you look at 1, if this is my average, it's 6 jumps below. That's what that means there. So there's all of our answers for number 4. And when we say what is the sum of the distances between the average, sum means to add. So you needed to add them up to find the sum of the distances between the average and the points below. So these are my ones below. 6 plus 4 plus 1 is 10. And then these are my ones above. 9 plus 10 plus 12 is 10. And there's a sample answer for you in the explanation. Take a minute, read it. You could hit pause on this video. Whenever you need to hit pause, you can go back and reread it. Okay, answers on the next page. That one was simple. You should have a 3 over here on the side. Add them all up and divide by 5. Okay, page 811. I just have this zoomed in right now for you guys to see. We had the dot plot for number 3. You had to put the dots on top. The dot plot shows the number of runs a baseball team had for each game of 4-game series. Find the mean number of runs for the series. So we have 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4. Don't forget the double 4 here. Divide it by 4 because there's 4 dots. Our answer is 3. So you got to do the same thing down bottom. And don't forget to label 3 books. Okay, I am moving on to page 812, guided practice. I'm not sure if you guys did this top example here. It's just a little bit of extra for you. So I'm going to just leave this answer here. Stop and reflect is always good to read because it talks about what the mean is again and gives you some more examples of how it's used. And our guided practice, answer number 1 is 7. You should have added 5 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8. And then you divided it by the total number of dots, which is 6 dots. Gives you 7. Number 2, the table shows the greatest depth of 4 of the 5 oceans in the world. If the average greatest depth is 8.094 kilometers, what is the greatest depth of the Southern Ocean? This is what we had to find here. Okay? Well, hold on. Number 2 was very hard. I'm going to say it's almost like a little bonus. Basically, what you needed to do is take the 8.094 and multiply that by 5, which would give you 40 and 47 hundredths. You had to take that and subtract it from all of the depths that they gave you. And that's where that 7 and 24 hundredths kilometer comes from. That one was very difficult. If you did it, great. If you did not, don't worry about it. That was kind of a challenge I threw in for you. And number 3 for guided practice. Here's a sample for you. The mean gives the average of the data set, which is a summary of all the data using a single number. As long as you wrote something similar, you're good. At the top of independent practice, here we go. We have 88%, 14, and $25. And there's your answer key for this. So now good luck on your independent ditto we have assigned.